I don't even think I need to preface this video with anything. You all know what kind of trouble I have gotten myself into, because you can see that right there. So let's take a look. What is actually in this bag? Well, we'll start with the best thing of them all. I was actually looking for a CD changer. Unfortunately, I did not find any. They didn't even have any CD players or cassette decks or anything audio related whatsoever. Had a lot of DVD players and VCRs and things, and it actually seemed like today was microwave day. There were an awful lot of microwaves there, but I'm not interested in buying DVD players, VCRs, and microwaves. I'm interested in buying nice, decent electronic gizmos to make videos of and to enjoy personally. So we'll start with the best one of the bunch, or maybe the oldest one of the bunch. This is a rather, I'm not even sure what the Carillon name stands for, but it's a nice wood grain finish, and it's not too dusty or anything like that. It is in decent condition, and I did test it, plugged it in, seemed to power on fine. This is another one that I'm not sure if it actually has a battery in it or not. I believe that's the oh no, that's the speaker. I thought that was the piezo, but it's not. It's the speaker. See, radio, quality control approved. Here we can see some information, made in Hong Kong, Hudson's Bay Company. Wow, this must have been a house brand for, this must be really old. I think the Hudson's Bay Company brand is still used. There's the tuner. The tuner actually does. I don't know if the tuner works or not, and I don't know if the speaker works. We'll test that in a video. But it seemed like it was too good to pass up, and I don't really use the radios on clock radios anyways, because I've got radios, so why don't I just use the radios? In fact, I don't even really listen to the radio at all, apart from when I'm in the car, because I don't really like the radio. To be perfectly honest with you, I'd love to know what this sensor snooze is. I wonder if you touch it and it senses heat or something. That'd be a pretty cool thing to look at. I am going to clean this, because that's kind of dirty right there. And I'm not even sure what that is. I don't even really want to know, frankly. There is a dent there, but I'll take a look at all that in the video, so... There was that. $3.99 for that. What else did we get in here? Well, I got this 2.5, 3.5, 5.25 inch IDE drive adapter kit for $4.99, and it does appear to all be here. Plus an extra power supply for something. I'm not quite sure for what yet. Actually, there's more in here than I thought. What the hell is this? I'm not sure what this goes to, but it's a VGA to something adapter. Probably have somebody tell me what that is in the comments. There is the little thing itself. You got a random power supply for something. ITE, 5 volt, 2 amp, center pin negative. I'm not sure I can use that for anything. But we've got the power supply for the unit itself. No IEC power cord on the end, but I got plenty of those. That's not a big deal. I think this came out of the box, but I'm not even sure what that would go to. You have the driver disc for an external enclosure, backup disc. I don't even think that's for this either, but it was in the box. I'd assume you probably don't really need a driver, but this is the power. Looks like it's actually missing a pin there, so that might put a damper on that. But my real use for this is for 2.5 inch hard drives. I'm not sure if you need the power for the 2.5 inch drives or not. Something tells me the answer to that question is no, because they don't really take power. So I don't really care about the 3.5 inch, because I've already got a 3.5 inch IDE enclosure anyways. I could just use that. So that's actually kind of unfortunate that that's missing a pin. I don't know if that must be I think that's a ground pin, so I don't know if that's too important. Maybe it is. Well, I'll have to test that out. And the last scores were some CDs. I'm going to take the receipt out with me, apparently. Here's Tub Thumper by Chumbawamba with all of the songs. It's in good, well, decent condition for a thrift store CD, although the case is junk. I'm going to be replacing that. This is not actually Tub Thumper. This is something else. I don't even know what this is. I'm going to have to look at that. Maybe I'll send it to the neighbors or something. Because it looks like it's got love songs on it. Excuse me. There is a big scratch on it. I don't really like that. But the rest of the CD's in good shape. And usually, at least DVD, whatever, DVD RW drives and laptops can still read even though it's got a big scratch. So we'll see what the result of this is. I only got it for one song anyways, because I've already got Tub Thumper, but I've only got a couple of songs, and they're in crappy 128K MP3. But, and then I have the Friends soundtrack, or what looks like the Friends soundtrack. You know, all of that. Some nice songs on here, I believe. REM, It's a Free World Baby, including the theme that I'm sure you all know and love. And that's it for today's scores. Stay tuned for some video on this, maybe a demonstration video of this, but I'm not quite sure. There's not really much interesting you can do with an IDE to USB adapter. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen it before. It really is unfortunate that this doesn't work. It looks like it's a cheap brick though, so I don't know if I'm really missing much. 5 volts, 2 amps. Which is coincidentally exactly the same as this thing over here. 5 volts, 2 amps. Is this still center pin negative? Actually, this doesn't even have a center pin. Never mind. Alright, I'm done here. Thank you for watching. If you've got any comments, feel free to leave them down below. There will be a video coming up at some point of this. I don't know about the rest of the stuff. Maybe I'll do a video. I don't know. We'll find out.